Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma friends, when we go in this path of the Dhamma, the very realization inside you going to give a kind of wisdom to detach from your own desire. So there is nothing going to change in the outside world. And even there is nothing going to change with your physical world. But in between this outside world and in you, when this connection happens through the five aggregates, in between this all five, there is something that keep this everything together. And then not only that, it's moment by moment, moment by moment. Even though you are not the same person, why you feel kind of like the same person, and why you go into again and again to the same kind of experience in life. There is something like glue, keep this everything together, bound this everything together. So that is, you have to slowly, little by little, take it out from you. So that is called Chandaraga. So this is what you have to observe, this is what you have to recognize with the change. Chandaraga means that you have the deeper desire in between this all natural process to hold it, to go with it, jump it to, clinging to, with the self-centered idea. So why this Chandaraga arise? What is the main source? From where it get power? It get power, it believe, it has an idea deeper inside you, there is something outside. And not only that, there is something in you. That is where this arises. Because if you don't believe there is something outside, you not go towards it. And even if you know there is not something inside, you not go towards anything to find it or to cling in. So you have idea, there is something inside you and there is something outside you. In conventionally, that is right. Of course, there are a lot of things outside world. But when it comes to the Chandaraga, that doesn't mean we're going to believe there is nothing outside. And there is nothing inside. There is things outside and there are things inside. Because you have this body itself and you have this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. It's all the five faculties and department working so hard with things. And you experience something as life. You cannot deny it. You cannot neglect it. And even from the outside world, there are certain things happen. You cannot neglect it. And of course, there are a lot of things in the outside. And we attach to that. And sometimes there are things disturb us. So then what happening when we practice the meditation? So you recognize there is something outside and you recognize there's something inside. And as you, this body. But in deeper, the attachment happening You have a permanent idea. There is something solid and exist. That is what through the that is what you take out through the meditation. You recognize, even though there is something outside, you recognize change. So otherwise you're not going to struggle with, or you're going to stay away from it. You recognize the change of that whatever outside. And once you know it change, even you know that itself, you are exist here. You are eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. But still you know that also change. When you build up this understanding in between inside and outside, even though you see something beautiful, in that very moment, that understanding not allow you to have a chandaraga, that's mean that hold it, to clinging to it. You see it beautiful, but deeply you know it's change. You hear something, it disturb you, but you know it change. So like that, in the deeply, even though the things happening, the process happening, what is not happening inside you, when you practice this vipassana, you come out of the nandiraga, chandaraga. Why you come out of the chandaraga? Because you know things change. And once you know that, there is no place to clinging. Another thing is that according to our condition, according to our situations, our lives change. So in conventionally, as you know, and people have different kind of lifestyles. And according to the age, according to the society, according to the culture, and sometimes when you change the age, you change your lifestyle. And when you change the culture or your country or your tradition, you change your lifestyle. But the thing is, we don't see even that conventionally that change. We become more attached toward the outside, the surface level of the activities, and we forget to see the change. So inside the same, the moment by moment, this everything change. When you able to see the change, with that understanding, there is no desire can exist. The desire has to go. It's not, you no need to struggle to let it go. When you see the change, when you recognize the change that itself, in that very moment of understanding, the desire drop. When the desire drop inside, you exist, but there is no effort to become. Why? Because you know the change. And when there is no desire to become, no resistance. When there is no resistance, no anger. Hatred, jealousy, envy, you not go towards something and do some kind of demerits or unprofitable action yourself. Why people go towards the unprofitable actions? Why people do go and do wrong things? Because they have a desire to make something happen knowingly. This is right. So from where that arise? And it arise inside, they have a division. This is me, that is that. And they don't see the change. And when you take the very first step, when you take with the wrong view, what will happen? The whatever come to that mind, the whatever come to top of that wrong view, going to be wrong. So then yourself slowly observe, little by little by little, you have to slowly untangle this. with the struggle, with the fight, anxiety, depression, you cannot go into this. So that's why just be calm down, relax, and at the same time, your inner strength uplift to the maximum level. Your mind has certain condition when you practice meditation. Remember, sometimes that conditions are, it's like getting to a bed. There are four kind of ways. One way is some beds you have experienced, like it is very difficult to get into the bed. It's like a double bed, and you have, it's kind of like you climbing a mountain. You have to go to the higher place. It's not easy. Even you cannot get into the bed, very difficult. Maybe you hit your head on the somewhere in the roof or like that. It is difficult to get into the bed and difficult to get out of the bed. When you wake up, you have to slowly put your leg first down, and then slowly you have to come down. It's coming like you coming down from a ladder, from a heavy, from a very heavy, the higher place. So there are beds like that. And there are some beds, it is very difficult to get in, but it is very easy to get out. Very difficult to get in and very easy to get out. And there are some beds very easy to get in, but very difficult to get out of that bed. Some foam beds, when you jump into the bed, you feel very good. So you like you are like in the water, but when you try to get out of it, you have to struggle. And there are some beds, it is very easy to get in, and also it is very easy to get out, comfortable. Mentally, the mind, the same situations come to you with the thoughts. It is very difficult to get in, and also very difficult to get out of that mental condition. So as memory, then sometimes people very difficult, very hardly get into some kind of mental state, but then after that they stuck there. Very difficult to get out of that mindset. So then once something become a habit, it's very difficult. And for some people, very difficult to put it to something and get into some kind of mental at the abilities, but they come out of very easily. And some people that get in very easy, and to give up that from their mind, it is very difficult. And for some people, they can very easily get into their mind, and as well as they can go out of the mind and take it out of the mind very easy. So when you practice Vipassana, remember, it's right away, it's very easy for you to get into. That's why you practice Samadhi, tranquility state. Anyway, when it comes to when your nimitta become more stronger, and wherever you are, right away you can go into that. You know, when you have a very healthy body, like if you are good athletic, like when you practice like physical activities, especially like martial art and what our teachers told. So within 1 minute you can warm up your body. If you are good healthy person, within 1 minute you can warm up your body. You don't need to go like 15-20 minutes. And also within 1 minute you can cool down your body. So in the meditation also same. Remember, right away you can get into any kind of mental state as ordinary person. And also there is no it going to that hold you mentally in any state. So whatever with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no any desire can hold you, right away you can able to exist or get out of the mental state. So you not get addicted to that. So develop a method like that inside, keep the freedom to in and out, to wherever, whatever you do, right away just do. If you have a 1 minute, try to practice within that 1 minute, go to the bottom of your tranquility state, and also right away try to come out. So like that, little by little, when you practice yourself, your abilities, your flexibility become more stronger, more stronger, more stronger. And that way, in the deeper level, the glue that hold it to these mental states going to become weaker. Your chandaraga, or the desire based this existence, going to become slow down, because that chandaraga hold you deeper to the mental satisfaction. But when you develop a method to right away to exist from whatever the mental state or the physical state, that wherever you are, whatever you keep doing, so anytime with whatever the situation, you become more flexible person. You don't need any kind of time period to mentally stabilize. So as example, there are some people, you cannot go to them right away, tell a bad news, they collapse. So then what you do? You go and start to talk with them. And little by little, by the way this, by the way that. So little by little, you bring the message. You cannot tell them. And there are some people, you can just right away tell them. And there are some people, and it's very difficult to tell them a situation. And not only that, it is very difficult to, once you tell, it's very difficult to take them out from that situation. And month by month, they start to keep repeating that mental state. There are some people, it is very difficult to give the message. You take time slowly, but once they get the message, they forget it, they just come out of that. They become okay later. So be a person, yourself, whatever the mental state, whatever the situation in your life, it is okay to get in. And get in, remember, keep the freedom whenever you want, especially with your mental state. Get out. Don't clinging to that. So that way you will see in a deeper level, there is a when you do it with the understanding, and your mind become more flexible, and that flexibility bring the strength to yourself. So with that, and there was the person practiced meditation for a long time next to the river under a tree, and he had a small place, and everyone knew he's kind of like a sannyasi, like a yogi, practice meditation. And he is very careful about his posture, and he is very careful about his technique, and he is so intense regarding his practice. So he used to keep practice, and everybody knew him. And there is another person in the village. He just having a very hard time and doing very the hard labor things in day-to-day life, and take care of his parents, and take care of his friends and the families, and whatever that he work, and he give his best for that his work. And whatever the people offer him, he accept. So like that, he also had this, and this both characters everybody knew in the village. And then one day there was an enlightened master came, and he had the aura, and by just seeing, you can recognize he's an enlightened master. He had a very, very different, pleasant, very calm appearance, and with the beautiful aura. So he was passing by, and then this yogi saw this enlightened master, and he ran and bowed to him and told, I can see you are enlightened. Can you tell me what will happen to me when I can attain to enlightenment? So the enlightened master told, I can see you, and you are doing practice very well. You're doing good. Keep going. Within another lifetime, you're going to attain to enlightenment. Just only one lifetime. By hearing that, that yogi was so disappointed. Oh, why I have to carry this miserable life for another time? And I was giving my best for this practice. Why I have to again born to attain to enlightenment? And even himself, mentally, he that inside his mind he start to blame to this enlightened master. Even I don't believe you are kind of like enlightened. So like that, he was so disappointed. And then the boat separate, and then he went to his tree, under the tree, and he start to practice meditation with the disappointed mind. And then the enlightened master passed by the village, and in the other side the village, this poor guy, and he came and he was washing his body. He came to the river and having a bath, and then he came out, and then he saw this enlightened master is coming. It's very beautiful, and the aura shining. So he ran to this master and bowed, and then asked, oh venerable sir, I can see you are enlightened. I have very hard time, and I am doing this all the hard work, and I am having very difficult life. I'm very poor, but still I do my best. Whenever that whatever the people ask me, I do my best, and then I don't do any harm to anybody. I take care of my parents. So he explained himself, and is it possible like for us to attain to enlightenment? So the enlightened master told, I can see what you're doing. Keep doing. If you keep doing this for another 7 lifetimes, you will attain to enlightenment. So by hearing that, this poor guy was so happy. Oh, 7 years, then I'm going to finish this. Oh, then I'm going to attain to enlightenment. By hearing that, he was so happy. And right away, he attained to the enlightenment. So try to digest the story. And what is behind it? What is the moral? So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you attain to supreme bliss of Nibbana. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. So during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of happiness in this very lifetime, end of this sansaric journey. May you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pancatu. Bless you.